So basically we have brought our father because he's a diabetic patient, and his diabetes levels have been moving up and down. For the past 3 to 4 months we have not been, in fact from the time the lockdown is there, this is the first time when he has got out of the house, because we have ensured that people above 65 should not leave the house. So we have ensured that he should not leave the house until and unless it's absolute necessary.
With COVID-19 cases kind of plateauing in the city of Mumbai, the non-COVID services have seen a sharp increase in the last 1.5 months in most private hospitals and even in BMC hospitals. Some BMC hospitals have started their OPD services for non-COVID as well, and for private hospitals, particularly the mid-sized and the smaller sized, who had suffered a lot of financial losses, are now seeing some business come back. Doctors say this indicates that patients now are getting more confidence in the protocols that hospitals are following as far as social distancing, screening, segregating patients, etc. is concerned, and they're more confident walking into the hospital to get their OPD consultations or even elective surgeries.
The occupancies were down to 27% in April and around 30 to 35% in May.
Okay.
June and July have been substantially better. I think in June, around mid of June, as the cases in Mumbai started peaking, there was a perceptible change in psychology for staff as well as psychology of patients.
Okay.
A lot of staff began coming back on their own. The local trains began. Till that time, we had staff who stayed here from Monday to Friday. Saturday, the ambulance would drop them to Dombivli, Titwala, Panvel, and bring them back. Bring them back Monday. So we had multiple ambulance trips to ferry them and drop them back, arrange food for them. The patients also have come back for elective surgery mainly in July. So the July numbers as far as theatre usage, elective surgery. See, emergencies, we began doing cancer in June.
Right.
So we had a lot of pent-up demand of cancer patients who had deferred surgery in April, May, who came back for surgery in June.
For patients though, the biggest thing is they are still more comfortable walking into a non-COVID hospital versus that of a part COVID, part non-COVID, for the obvious fear of cross-infection. However, hospitals, even those that have COVID services ongoing, say they have proper protocols in place that any of that risk is minimized. But yes, elective surgeries are coming back. Tell us, what have you done to ensure that there is no risk of cross-contamination, people bringing in virus from outside, or the patients themselves infecting your own healthcare staff, etc.? What have you put in place?
So anybody with symptoms of fever, cough, cold, breathlessness is screened at the hospital entrance, whether the OPD or the IPD. We have created an area outside our casualty for patients with fever. So they get first screened there. If you have fever, you don't even enter the main building. We also try and ensure to cut out visitors, only one visitor per person.
Some casualty walks in who you have to, cater to and take in, but you don't know whether they may be positive. What do? You've separated wards for them.
So what we have done is, in our hospital, the entire 7th floor, all the rooms are kept only for untested patients. So whether you come with a pneumonia or a diarrhea or appendicitis, you only go to the 7th floor. We have 2 ICUs. We have a total of 22 ICU beds, half and half. So they first go to the untested ICU, where they are tested for COVID. Once they are negative, they go to the other ICU. So the basic idea is to prevent cross-infection between patients. Cross-infection between patients and staff, and between relatives and staff.